Alright, so the next thing I want to try from Star Wars games is this one, this zipline. Let me go back. This zipline mechanism. So right, let's see how to implement ziplines in Unreal Engine. Right, let's create a new project, and it's going to be a game with the third person character, and the location ziplines. Ziplines. I don't need starter content. Other settings are fine. Yeah, let's create the project. Alright, so this is the project. Now let's create a place where we can actually use ziplines. So drag and drop a cube here like this, and let's place the character there. Okay, now we need a way to define the zipline. So let's create a blueprint for that. In the type of actor, let's call it VP zipline. Now we need two objects, one for the start and one for the end. Let's say this is the starting object. I'll make it like this and increase the height to, let's say, 3. Let me place it and see how large is it. Okay, that seems fine. Let's give it a different color. Let's make it red so that it's easier for the player to recognize. Right, and let's call this start, and let's duplicate this. Control W, no, yeah, Control, yeah, and end. Right, now let's make it like this, and now we need a spline mesh. No, oh wait, right, can I use this? Let's see. Oh no, there is another component called cable. Let's try that one. And this is the starting point. How to select the endpoint? Let's do this in the construction script. Get the cable, set location, set world location, and the world location should be the endpoint of the start. So let's add the scene component to this one. Let's call it attach start top. Let me move it like this, and I'll set the location of the cable actor to this location. Get world location. We could do it with a socket as well, but let's try this way. Okay, and similarly I'll add another scene component to the end pole. Let's call it end top. And move it like this. So in the construction script, I'll get the cable and set end location. Like this. Get the end top, get world location, get end location. Right, now it's okay. Now let's see how it looks. Wait, why is it like that? Let me check. Well, it works here, but for some reason it's not working in the world. Why is that? Okay, so let's try another way. Get the cable, get the start top, and set attach end to component, and let's try that. If this is not working, and top. Still it's working here. Now it is working. Alright, so let's rotate it properly, and I'll set the endpoint here. Okay, now we have our zipline, the simple zipline. Okay, and now how does the character identify that it is in a zipline range? So for this also let's try a simple approach. I'll add a collider, a box collision under the start. Where is it? Okay, and then another one to the end. Well, we don't need that one yet, because let's first implement going from here to there. Okay, now let's add another, not a blueprint, a blueprint interface. PPI zipline rider. That's it. Now our character should implement this interface. So let's open this character blueprint, and then in the class setting I'll add PPI zipline rider. Let's add a new function here, set zipline, and as the input I'll add enable, and also I'll add another parameter in the type of vector3 vector start position and end position. Okay, all right, now let's go here and set zipline. Let's promote these two parameters like this, variables can zipline start first. Now let's call it zip start and zip end. Okay, now I'm going to use the same jump button, jump action here. So let's collapse this, otherwise this would be a mess, and let's call it jump and zip. Right, so here let's add a branch. If it is can zipline, let's do something like this. First let's set the movement mode to flying, because the character should not be affected by the gravity while we are in the zipline. And then using move component to, let's move the character to the start position, plus we should reduce the character's height here. So that means this is like half height is 96, let's say 100. So I'll reduce minus 200, and relative rotation should be, get the endpoint, and using find look at rotation, target is the zip end, start is zip start, and let's split this. I don't need to change x, that means roll or pitch. I only need to change yaw. Let's make it 0.4. Alright, and after this step I'll move my character in the same way. Here the target location is zip end, and the rotation is, well, same as before. So get actor rotation. Let's combine this. Let's use is in and the time. So I'll calculate the time using the distance between zip end and zip start. Get this distance and let's divide it by, let's say, 500. Use that as the time. And after moving here, I'll set movement mode back to falling. Right, and here let's add a do once node, because if I try to do this multiple times, there will be a problem. If I am not going on a zipline, then reset it immediately. Otherwise, reset it after this step. Okay, now the part in the character is done except the animations. Now here in the box one, let's call it start collider, and this one end collider. Select this on component begin overlap. We need to set the collision mode overlap or dynamic. It's okay. Get the other actor, set zipline, enable, and starting position is startup. Get location, get world location, and the endpoint is end top, get world location. Compile. Shall we test if this works? Oh wait, what happened to the cable when I play? Wait a minute. But we do the zipline part without any issue, but what's wrong with this one? Let's simulate without play. Does it break? Well, maybe. Let's promote this part to a macro like this: init cable. And then let's call the same thing in the begin play as well. Alright, now it stays there. Okay, now let's go to the play. Oh, okay, now we do the now we can do the zipline thing, but maybe we should speed up it a little bit. So instead of 500, let's make 1000. Okay, we forgot one thing. Here we should, for the target location, from the target location, we should subtract the character height. That means minus 200. Well, maybe 200 was a little too much. Yeah, then let's try 100. Right, that seems okay. Okay, now the next thing is we need to have an animation. So for that I want to use this one, but this is not the Unreal character. So how to get the animation for this one? By the way, if you don't know, this is Mixamo, where we can download animations for a given character. Let's see if we can upload this mesh to the Mixamo and get that animation. Actions, export, ziplines. Okay, let's export it with default settings. Now here let's drag and drop that exported character. Let's hope it will work. Okay, uploading is done. Now it is processing the uploaded character. Alright, seems everything is fine. Now let's get this hanging animation on a space. Grip, what is this? Yeah, maybe we should reduce it so the both hands will be in the same place. Okay, now let's download this. I don't need the skin. Okay, let's put this also in the BP. Let's see the animation. Okay, it seems fine. Alright, now let me rename this folder to zipline, because it makes more sense, because I'm putting everything related to ziplines here, even the character, so BP is not suitable. Right, now let's create an animation montage with this one, and I need this to loop, so let's make it loop like this. Right, now shall we take a look at the animation blueprint to see if we have montages here. Montage setup. No, it doesn't have a montage setup, so let's slot default slot and connect. Right, now here let's reduce this time, it seems a bit too slow, and then here play animation montage, hanging montage, and here once we have moved to the target location, stop animation montage, hanging montage. Okay, alright, now that part is done. Oh, we need to do one more thing. So where is it? Right here in the start collider, once on component end overlap, we should set the other actor, set zipline to false like this. Similarly, we should do the same thing for the end collider as well. Not on component hit, on component begin overlap, and on component end overlap, the same thing, but this should be interchanged. This should be here and this must go here. This one is same. Oh, there was an error. Alright, the other actor. Okay. We can go up as well. So, right, to make the problems with the camera, to prevent camera going closer, let's here the start and end, let's make this custom, and let's ignore the camera here. Okay, now let's polish this up a little bit. So I'll move the start top a little bit forward like this. No, let me undo that. Let me duplicate this one. and let's rotate it 90 degrees like this. Let me disable snapping. Oh wait, right, now let's attach the stop top here, so it would be better. Similarly, I'll copy this and paste to the end. Let's call it N2. Okay. Find 3 and move like this. Let's check this in the right angle. And let's move the end top like this. Okay, now it looks like this. Cool. Alright, so that's all I want to do for today. Shall we duplicate these and add some more zipline objects? Wait, where's the ground? There is no ground. Oh, there is no ground. Maybe I deleted it accidentally. Right, doesn't matter. We can place this one here. Like this. Okay, now we can go on in a cycle. I'm not going to add sounds and everything because I'm pretty sure you guys can figure that part out. But let's speed this up a little bit. This one. Yeah. Let's make it 0.1 because I feel it too slow. The jumping part. Oh wait. Okay, so that's all for today, and I'll stop this episode at this point. And this episode is sponsored by these generous patrons. Thank you very much for the support you guys are giving me. So, if you also like to support my work, you can get the membership of my Patreon club like these awesome people, and you will have special privileges like access to all the project files that I have done so far, and this Patreon exclusive third person shooter series, and all other exclusive things that I have done. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.